Yeah, hello everyone. Very good evening to all. So in this session, we have to discuss about the concept called Ajax, guys. Let us see how can we work with Ajax. Yesterday, in the last session, we discussed the theoretical knowledge of Ajax. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about the Ajax calls. First, let us work with the Cricket score example. Actually, we don't have any dynamic data, guys, here. Don't worry about the dynamic data. We are just having some static information. So I will keep a static information. From that static information, I want to read the score. Okay, now let us show you the same. Here, what I want to do, let me create a HTML file. This is completely HTML, guys. This is not going to be related to any PHP. So completely HTML file. How this HTML file will connect to server and will get the data from the page and it will update into the front end. HTML page is interacting with the server behind the scenes without refreshing, without reloading. Let us write this as a score.html is the file name. This is a HTML file. If you want, you can run the file also. Localhost colon 8 p.m. July slash. You have to execute the file 8 p.m. July slash. The file is score.html is the file. Actually, we didn't write anything inside of it, right? Just the file is executed. This is all HTML file. Head open, head close. You can see. So how we can get the data from server without refreshing, without reloading. Title tag open, title tag close. Ajax example. Ajax score example, or you can take anything. But right now we will take the score also statically. But the thing is here, if you can update the score, it has to update in the front end automatically. So I'm not using any database for this. Just I will create a text file for it. Okay, now, right? This is going to be body tag open, body tag close. Just we can make h1 tag open, h1 tag close, score. Okay, now. So for example, you can take the match information and everything. To this, I'm taking one div. This div is going to be have an ID. Now you can see ID equal to score info is the ID. That's all. We are not doing anything, guys, here. Just if you can run, the score is the title will be there. That's it. We are not doing anything, guys. Okay, just keep it in mind. It's very, very important. Just this is a simple file. We are just taking, we are not taking anything, guys, here, right? This is score info. That's all. This is completed. So now on load the page, we have to send an Ajax call. For this, let me create one function, guys. This is a function. This is a JavaScript code, guys. Ajax is always JavaScript, right? So script tag open, script tag close. Okay, right. So this is going to be something like this, guys. Okay, now. So in this point of time, what we need to do, guys, here? Anybody, please. So in this script tag, what I need to do exactly? Let us create a function that is going to be display score is the function. This is the function we are having, guys. Can you see? Display score is a function. Okay, now, right? Very nice. So in this display score function, actually we have to call it, but what this will do, when we are calling this function will get the score from the server behind the scenes. Let me take an Ajax object where obj, this is the thing I'm taking, obj. So first of all, you can create the Ajax object obj equal to new XML HTTP request 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 object. Object is created. First step, object creation. Next step is sending request to server. Sending request to server. So obj.open is a method to establish the connection. After connection established, we have to send the connection to server. Send is the method. Now the first we have to get the data. Method is going to be get data, and the second one is endpoint URL. Next one is going to be asynchronous request, right? So the endpoint URL, where is our score information? That file path you have to mention. I want to create a file http:// 8 p.m. July, same location, right? It is going to be localhost. Always you have to provide the full path, localhost / 8 p.m. July. So if it is a live, you have to provide the live path, 8 p.m. July / I'm writing score.php. Score.html is different, score.php. Okay, you can write data.php, data score.php, score data.php. You can write any of the file, no problem. Score data.php is the file. Okay, so right now we have a file with the name score data.php. Now what happened, you can see, if you can refresh the page, now you can see I'm just going to refresh this, press F12 also for debugging the thing. Now you can see in the console I don't have anything. Just refresh the page. If you can refresh, is there anything happen? Is that request is went to server? No, first of all you have to call the function. Without calling function we can't do anything now. So first of all you declare the function. I'm just calling the function display score. Now you can see, now if you can refresh, request went to server. Can you see it is trying to send a request to localhost 8 p.m. July score data.php. In the network also we can check this. What is the status code you are getting? 404 means that 404 means the path you are sending, right? The file is not available in the server. So in the particular path, the score data.php file is not available, or sometimes spell mistakes may be there. So we have to check them carefully. So now what I want to do, let me create the file. Now you can check this score data.php. I'm not going to have anything. Now your file is there now. Now earlier you have error because file is not there, 404 error. Now if you can refresh the page, are you getting any error in the console? We don't have any error in the console. I will check in the network. Can you see a score data.php is called and status is 200 means your status is okay. But I clicked, but do you see any response here? Any preview are able to see anything? This is the response. We can see the server will send you the response, right? That response we can see in these two tabs. So this will tell you whether the request 200 okay. Can you see this tab will give you complete info whether the request sent to server or not, and what is the request URL you sent, and what is the status code written by the server, and everything we can check this. What is the connection and all these are all not required. Just keep it in mind. If you can got this green color something, so we can understand our request went to server successfully, guys. Okay, now right, very nice. Now, so is there anything you written here? You didn't write anything here. So what I want to, let me take h1 tag. I'm preparing some HTML here. Whatever the HTML you're writing, that HTML will return to server. You can see I'm taking ENG IND versus ENG. This is the match. In this, let me take h1 tag or h2. Okay, you can take h2 tag open, h2 tag close. Batting. Let me take this as a bowling. Just I want to keep some figures, guys, static figures only. Later, if you want, you can make a database. You can get the data from server. I will show you one more example. How can we get the data from database also, right? Right now, I want to show you like this batting. So here in the batting, I'm taking h4 open, h4 close. Let me take two batsmen here. So I'm taking Rahul, and his score is going to be 35. I want to take some balls also, 45, something like this. One more you can take here. Now I am taking this as a 15, and this is going to be 15. All right, one more you can take this as a KOHLI. So now bowling figures. Now the bowling figures is going to be, let me take h4 open, h4 close. So you can take some, just I will show you the effect of Ajax. So we are taking static data because I don't have any database to create a cricket score example database, right? Just we have static data. My intention is here, if I change the file in the browser without refreshing, without reloading, the score should be updated. If I change the file, what is this file actually? Score.html. If you can change in score data.php, score.html should be updated automatically. That's our intention actually, right? So here I'm taking the bowler. Let us take some starts here. 10 overs, 0 maidens, 25 runs, 0 wickets. So who is one more bowler here? Mark Wood, right? Something like this. 10 overs or 5 overs, 0 maidens, 15 runs, something like this. This is exactly the figures. Now you can see, you can refresh the page now. Earlier in the network, you can see response. Are you getting anything? Nothing there, right? We are not getting anything. I'm refreshing the page. Now you can see I'm loading the page. If you can click on it, can you see the preview and the response? This is all the response we're having from that. In the data.php. This is the response we're having. The response is here. Now, how we can handle the response? Once I told you yesterday. So by the first two steps, what is this going to be happen? Go to your file. I just want to go to my file here. You can check this. This is the file I have, right? So first we send a request to server. The second we open and we send the connection. So once the server receives our request, there is a event property will be fired automatically. obj.on ready state change. Is there anything on ready ready state change is the property? To this we have to add a callback function. This is exactly. Once server receives your request, this function will get called, guys, automatically. So in this function, you can see initially you can write alert. I just want to write alert obj.ready state. So I told you some ready state values, right? Ready state, and this is also going to be the ready state. Now you can check this ready state and ready state. See, this is before sending request to server. Okay, before sending request to server also we can write it, right? Before sending request to server. This is before sending. After sending server receives your request, right? What are the states we have? Let me refresh the page. If you can refresh, initially I got 0, request not initialized. Initially you are getting 1, request sent to server. Can you see here is pending, something is there. Now you can close it. Now you can see requested 2, requested 3 and 4. 4 means, what is the meaning of 4? Response is ready. So now what I want to do, actually just I alerted for our understanding purpose only. Actually alert is not required. Just you can see the alert state values before sending. I told you, right, some values for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly. Now in this you can just go here. If you can see obj.ready state equal to 4 and obj.status status equal to 200. I mean, if you are getting 404 or if you are getting any except 200, if you are getting any other, response is not there, right? Exactly. In the else block, if it is wrong, in the else block, we will write a small message by saying that sorry, something went wrong. Okay, we are unable to display the score. So if everything is okay, in the alert, we can display the response text, ORESPONSE, response text capital. So here we can write alert if anything wrong. We can write some message by saying that sorry, something went wrong. Something went wrong. This is exactly we can display went wrong. Now you can see I'm refreshing. Can you see? Oh my God, I'm getting sorry, something went wrong. What is the problem? So we are getting the message, right? Actually, else block is not required, guys. Actually, why? Because else block does not required. Okay, now else block will be called for why? Because you are getting else block. So first you are getting this, right? Ready state initially ready state value 2, else block executed. Ready state value 3, else block executed. Ready state 4, else block is not executing. Actually, else block we no need to handle, right? This is all about the response text. This is response text is displaying, right? The response text I want to bind to the following element. Let me get the element first of all, where div or any variable you can take it. Div equal to document dot get element by id. Element 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 by id. In this id we can pass the score info. This is all about the JavaScript technique, guys. Here score info, the id same you have to take. You can take any information here. So you want to take data or any div data or any variable you can take. You don't need to take div only. Okay, now. So or else you can take just info. I'm taking info. Don't get confused. You can take variable. You can take anything. So to this variable, we have to bind this response text. We are able to see this is the response text. We are able to see. Yeah, this is the response text. So I want to write info.inner HTML is JavaScript predefined property equal to response text. We have to bind like this. Then what is going to be happen? Whatever the response you are getting from the server, that response will be binded to info. What is info here? Info is the reference of the score info div. To that div, the data will be binded. Now you can see, I'm just refreshing the page. Can you see where is the score? Actually, you are executing score.html, but you are getting the response of the score data.php. Now, this is the file I have. Let me change the score info. I'm just going to write. This is my file. I just want to change the score info. This is going to be 25 runs. And this is going to be 10 hours. I didn't save the file. Okay, you can do this. Now I'm saving the file 10 hours. Now I'm saving the file. I'm saving the file. File is saved. After file is saved, mark score is affected here. Now you can see this is 1025, but if you can refresh, it is affected. But what is Ajax? Without refreshing, without reloading, na? Right. Now what we need to do, so this is up to here is okay. Nothing wrong inside of it. Everything is okay. But here we have to call this function. If you can call this function, this will get the score from the server. Right. What you need to do, you have to call this function for every 5 seconds. For every 5 seconds. If you can call this function for every 5 seconds, it will hit the server score.php. Is there any updated data that will bring back to you? It will display the data to you. The only thing, we have to call this function for every 5 seconds. Anybody please tell me, how can we call a function or any task, right? Any task. So how can we call a function? I want to call a function for every 5 seconds. Not only a function, it could be anything, right? In JavaScript, so we have a function called set interval, right? So once function getting called, you can see what I want to do. I want to call this function for every 5 seconds. Now you can see I'm calling the function set interval. In this, what you want to call? I want to call display score function, comma, you have to use 5000 milliseconds. What is the milliseconds means? 5 seconds exactly. Now what is going to be happen? You can see. Now just you can refresh the page and you can leave it. Now you can see I'm going to press F12. You can see in the network for every 5 seconds there is a call to server. Can you see? Like yesterday we seen YouTube. Same way video is playing, calls are going behind the scenes. Now you can see what happened. Every time it is going to score data.php server, it is getting the score, it is binding on the screen. Now you can go to edit the file. Now I'm going to edit the file information. Can you see? I went to score. I don't have any relation with the browser. So browser is a separate thing. Let me make one thing. So I want to make the browser as a small. I don't have any relation with the browser. Okay, let me close this. This is the browser. This is my editor. In this, I'm just going to change the score information as a 45 and 45 or anything, 55 or something. You can take it, no problem. So this is going to be 25 balls. I'm making this as a 12. Now you can see I didn't save the file. Remember carefully. First of all, you have to save the file. I'm saving the file. Can you see in the browser, is the score get updated? Yeah, score is updated, guys. Can you see 45:15? I'm not refreshing the page because I'm not touching the browser. I'm not touching the browser. I'm just in the editor only. My mouse and everything was in editor. So what happened behind the scenes? For every 10 seconds, a call will be hit the server. It will get the data from the server. You can remove this user. Now you can see I'm saving the file. You can see only one bowler only. You cannot see the other browser. Now you can see one browser went. Now you can see this. I'm removing the bowling. Now you can see other bowler also went. I'm removing the batting also. If you can remove the bowling, the tab saved the file. You can see for 5 seconds after that is also going to be gone. Exactly. So this is how the Ajax behavior is working, right? I'm not touching the browser window, but the score getting called automatically for every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds, every 15 seconds. You want, you can write it, guys. So if you want 10 seconds, you can write 10,000. So if you can write 10,000, automatically they will go for 10,000, guys. Exactly. Understand, guys? This is how we have to check the things. Okay, now. So this is very important, guys. Keep it in mind always. What you guys are doing, that's very, very important. So this is just a basic score example, but this data is static. But if you can able to bring this from database, that's awesome. You can create one table, batsman's table, bowler's table, and maintain the score and everything. So you can maintain the score. Database is a different architecture actually. So, right. No need to worry. Just see the behavior, see the functionality of the Ajax call, right? Okay. Let me do one more example, guys, here. Now, I want to get some data, right? Dependency dropdown actually. Let me do one thing. I want to open our phpMyAdmin, go to your localhost/phpMyAdmin. So let me have one table. Quickly, states table, state to district, state and district, state and district. Let me have the table. So I will show you dependency dropdown. This is one of the common example. I think I have already somewhere. Let me check this. 8 p.m. Is there any table with state? Yeah, states table is there. Almost all 9 records are there. Let me see this. Okay, yeah. So some AP, TS, Maharashtra, UP, Tripura. Right. Let me download this table and let me upload into your database. You can see now how this is going to be works for you. Dependency drop down without refreshing, without reloading. How can we get the data from table? So into other thing, right now you can go to your 8 p.m. July. Let me import this states table. I'm going to go to downloads folder. This is the states table we are having. So this is the thing. Okay, now let us import it. Click on the go button. It is going to be get imported. Okay, yeah, imported. So now in the your database also we can see the states table. This is the states table. So I want to create two drop downs, guys. One is a state drop down, one is a district drop down. But in the state drop down, what are all the values we are having, we will display there. But now districts, on change the value in the drop down, then only I want to display the district dynamically, right? Let us go there. How we can achieve this, right? I am writing the file with a name called okay, let us create the same HTML open, HTML close. This is PHP file, guys. Here I'm writing states.php is the file name. HTML open, HTML close the HTML as well. In this head open, head close, head open, head close. Let me prepare the thing. Two drop downs you have to keep here. This is one of the common tasks people will give you in real time. So Ajax, PE, and DE and CY dependency drop down, right? Generally, when you're filling other information, if you can select your state, automatically districts district will be there. If you can select district, automatically your cities will be there, right? So the same story this is also, but I am not implementing multi-level, just one level. Just understand the functionality. Yeah. So just run the file states.php, because inside of it, I have to run PHP code also. That's why I saved the file as PHP, right? This is exactly. Let us create two drop downs quickly. Select state, select tag open, select tag close. In this, I'm taking just ID equal to state. Right here, let us take some options here. Option 1, option 2, right? Option here, value, initially there is no value. I want to make something like this. Option, select state. Okay, now this is the thing. Now we can just go and check this, select state, but we are not going to display anything, but the values of these states, what are the states available in the DB, those should come here dynamically. So that also we will do. Now let me write one more. This is going to be select district. District, and this is also, you can take it as a district. Right, this is ID. I'm changing this as a DIST. All right, yeah, this is the thing, guys. Just you can preview this exactly. So we have to display the values by loading the page, not by using Ajax. By just loading the page, we can display it. On change the value, the districts of the particular state should come here dynamically. Okay, right. So first of all, we have to display these state values dynamically. So we have to get from data from database. First, let us include database connection on the top of the page. You can include connector.php. So you can bring the values by using Ajax call also, but not required. Just I want to go like this. Okay. Let us write a query. $result equal to select, sorry, MySQL query, MySQL underscore query query, $con comma, select state from states table. I want to get a column. I don't want to write star from. I want to just get the state from states table. Okay, right. You will get all the states. So if now here in this, I'm coming down, you have to open PHP, close PHP, and the select tag, try to see, because we have to iterate all the state values. That's why I'm taking this, try to see. I'm taking while $row equal to MySQL I underscore fetch underscore associate. In this, you have to pass the result. If you have data, so here I'm going to close PHP. I'm going to open PHP. Take the option tag simply. Just I'm going to take the option open, option close. Option value equal to the dynamically we have to display the value, guys. Here echo $row of state. Exactly. This is how we have to go there. Dynamically we are displaying the options. This option will be looped. So here also we have to write the same echo $row of state. $row of state. Exactly. Now the state values are going to be looped together. Now we can check this. If we can refresh the page, can we see all the states are coming here? But please observe, each and every state is coming 2 times. I don't want the duplicate. How can we remove the duplicate values? By using select query. In the select query, in front of the select query state, select DISTINCT. Distinct is a keyword. By using this distinct keyword, we can avoid the duplicate values from the query, guys. Just now you can save the file, and I'm just saving the file. You can go and refresh the page. You can check this, what is going to be happen there. Earlier, we seen repeated values. Now you can see we are not able to see the repeated values because it will avoid the duplicate values. It will show you something. You can press F12 also for checking this. Now you can see exactly what is going to be happen. This is a select, right? Can you see options? Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, UP, and all are generated dynamically. This is how the logic will be generates the options. Actually, we written only one option. What is that option? Select state. But these options are all options are generated by using while loop. If you can add one more state in the database, that will come automatically if you can refresh the page, right? Okay, now I'm changing the value. Now you can see I change in Andhra Pradesh. If I change Andhra Pradesh, I have to see the districts of Andhra Pradesh. But where is this values in the database? But I don't want refresh. I don't want to reload. Now I'm going to go to UP. Now if I have to see the UP districts here. So we have to fire an Ajax call. When we have to fire an Ajax call, on change the value in the drop down, right? On change the value in the drop down, we have to send an Ajax call. So this is the state. Here, if we can change the value in the drop down, we have to send a request for on select the value in the drop down, get all this. I'm writing one function, DISTRICTS. This is the function we are calling. In this, I'm passing this dot value also. What is the meaning of this dot value? The current value you selected. This means current element. Dot value means the value you selected into the current. That is going to be the parameter to the get all districts. Now you can see, I just want to call this function. Come down, script tag open, script tag close. Let us see when this function will be called. On change the value, the function will be called automatically function. In this function, we are getting the state. Actually, let us take simply a variable st or something. Now you can see I'm just writing alert message in the st. What is the meaning of this dot value? So if I alert this, now you can see on change the value, you can see what exactly happened. I'm changing the value Telangana. Now you can see I'm not getting anything. What is the problem there? Are we getting any error? No error at all. So maybe the event may be wrong. Now I'm selecting this, nothing, guys. We are not getting anything. Let me do one thing. This is going to be on change, I believe. Let me write on CHANG. On change is the event. On change the value. This is the event, the JavaScript event. Earlier, the function is not called, right? Let me try this. Now it is calling, guys. I selected Andhra Pradesh in the drop down. You are getting Andhra Pradesh. Can you see? Now, if you can go to UP, now you can see UP, selected value is UP, and that is coming automatically. Now this value, we have to send it to server behind the scenes. So what this function will do, this function will send the data to server. The selected value, you selected some value, right? That value we have to send to server. Same story. Let me create a Ajax object where obj equal to new XML HTTP request object. Same story, guys. Here, nothing difference. Once object created, we have to send a request to server. obj.open, establish the connection. In this get, we want to get the data. Here we can take http:// 8 localhost localhost /8 p.m. JULY, July slash get dist.php, get a disk.php. To this, actually the selected value we have to pass, guys. So request is going to be asynchronous request. Exactly this is. So what is the value you selected here? That value also we have to send to server. So what I will do, I will pass this as a query string parameter, question mark, key equal to, I'm passing this as st. That's all. We will pass the value like this. Can you see what is going to be happen? You know, we are sending a request to server get this.php with the key equal to the value you selected. So what is the value you selected? Now you can see on change the value, how the request is going to server. Now you can write the obj.send also, obj.send. Now you can see in the network tab, we can check the request, how the request is going to server. Can you see I'm changing the value Telangana? Can you see request went to server, right? Can you see what is the request? Now you can see I'm just copying the link address. Can you see, guys, how the request is generated? Now you can see the selected value is Telangana. Can you see? It is sending a request to 8 p.m. Jola get this.php key equal to Telangana. So what happened? A request is sent to get this.php with the key equal to Telangana. I think you know how can we read the value from URL, right? Let me write this exactly. Open PHP, close PHP. Let me write the file with the name called getdish.php. So first of all, we have to check whether there is a parameter in the URL or not. So how can we read a parameter? $request or $get, right? So you can write always if is set $_request of key, request request of key. If it is going to be key, right? Request of key, and it should not be empty, right? It should not be not empty of $request of key. Empty. It should not be empty. It should have value. $request of key. Exactly. If this is okay, fine. Otherwise, we can do anything. We will never send any response to the server. Okay. This is exactly, guys. So now get the state. State is equal to $request of key. What is this key holds? Key holds the state of the user selected. So this is the thing. Based on this state, we have to get the districts only. Include. Now you can see I'm going to connect.php. Now you can write this as a connect.php is the thing. Yeah, we connected to database. MySQL underscore query. In this connection comma select 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 district district from states table where state equal to $state. Exactly, we have to write the query. Understand, guys? I don't want all. I want to district from states table based on the state you selected. Definitely, it is going to give you some result, right? This is going to be give you some result. Exactly. Let me take the result variable. Yeah. So based on the state, we have to get it right. Let us write the query. If MySQL I underscore num underscore rows of $result result is equal to 1 or greater than 0, at least one state is there, we can display it. If there is no states, we cannot do anything, right? So let us do one thing. If the states are not there, I'm taking an option. Try to take this option, opt option. I have to write the echo statement. Whatever the echo, that echo statement will be go to the server. Option value equal to empty. I just want to write no districts found. Data not found. Simply you can write this. Data not found. The option value will be written to server. If data is there, then what we need to do? We have to display the same select state because it will override the existing value. This is going to be the selected district. Why I am writing, I will tell you later. district district, same value. Now you can write the while loop. While $row equal to MySQL I underscore fetch underscore associate. In this, you can pass result. Every option will be written, right? The option we have to written here. So you can write echo statement, you can write close open PHP, and you can write the options, no problem. Here, all the options, all the HTML code will be sent to the browser as a response. Option value equal to echo $row of district, echo $row of district district. The value is also the same. Exactly. Now you can see in the response, we can see this data, guys. Now you can see, just I'm going there. Now see, earlier we have error. I selected Telangana. Can you see in the response I have 200? What are you getting in the response, guys? Can you see the response you are getting? It has a Telangana districts, Hyderabad and Rangareddy. Now you can go there. I'm going to select UP. Now you can see the second request UP, Varanasi and Lucknow. So now you can go to Tripura. Only one value is there in the Tripura. Now you can see Agartala, something we are getting. So these values we are able to see in the response tab, that we have to bind them here. So now what you need to do, you can come here. Once your server receives the request, definitely obj.on ready, 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 state change equal to a function. Okay, this is the thing we have to do it exactly. In this function, the same logic, guys, here, right? So we don't want to do anything. So if ready state equal to 4, obj dot ready, ready state equal to 4, and obj dot status status equal to 200. Same story. Bind the response to the district div. So what is the district div you are having? The div ID of the district, dist, right? So let me get the element directly here. Document.getElement by ID. I'm writing directly, but earlier we got on the top of the page, right? You can get anywhere, no problem. document. Document.getElement element by ID. What is the ID of this? dist dot inner HTML. Same story, equal to object.response text. RESPONSE response text. Now you can check this, the things will be works fine for you properly. Now this is Ajax call. Now you can see there is nothing here, nothing. Now I'm going to select the value Maharashtra. Now you can check this, Pune and Nasik, they're all coming dynamically. Now you can go for UP. Now you can check this, I'm seeing the values of Varanasi and Lucknow. So Telangana, now you can see the values. Is page is refreshing at all anyway? No. For every change, a Ajax call will went to the server. Now you can check this. I'm changing the Maharashtra, a request went to server. I'm changing to UP, a request went to server. All the values will be overridden. Initially, why I taken here, I just want to show you. If you are not taking this here, you can see what happened. Inner HTML, what it will do, in this, everything will be overridden. So in the district div, everything will be overridden. This will also will gone. Now you can check this, why I written this, you will understand. Now you can see I'm selecting this Andhra Pradesh. Can you see you are getting districts directly? So we don't have select district or something like this. If you want, you can go with it. UP. Now you can see Varanasi and Lucknow. They're all coming. Tripura, Agartala, directly we are getting the value. Now you can go with some other. Now you can see all we are getting these things properly, guys, right? So if you want, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can leave it, no problem. This is one thing. So if you can add this, what is going to be happen? Right, Andhra Pradesh. But if we can see the still select district is there, now you can select the district and you can leave it. But the select district value will leave an empty value for validation purpose. Also, it's a good thing. If it is an empty, we can validate it. Please select a district. So if you are setting the value directly, but that's not a good idea, but you can go with any one of your choice, guys. So this is how. For example, if you have any error in the code, for example, you have an error, maybe I am not including the connection. Okay, I'm not including the connection. If you can refresh the page, okay, here we don't have any error. Can you see I'm writing Andhra Pradesh? Can you see request is 200 only, but you can see here it is getting data not found. You're getting data not found. What is the reason? Maybe click on it. If you can click on it, can you see all the server side errors we can find here? Remember carefully, if you have any error in the server, you can go to the response tab or you can go to the preview tab. Read this undefined variable CON. Okay, undefined variable connection. I'm making something wrong in the SQL query. I'm making state from state. Now you can check this again. It may be success. Now you can check this again, data not found. You can click on it. What is the reason? It is giving me MySQL numbers expected parameter 1 to be result but boolean given. Always, if you have any problem, you can write this MySQL underscore num underscore rows just besides this query so that you will understand. So if you have any error, we have to check like this. So still, if you didn't understand, you can write echo MySQL underscore error, MySQL underscore error. In this, you can just take connection, can check this. On select the value, you will see the error message, unknown table, syntax error. Why syntax error? Semicolon is missed. Sorry. Add the semicolon. This is the way of debugging also. Maharashtra success. But you can see table 8 p.m. July state does not exist. The error is also very clear. You have to debug like this. Ajax debugging. So this is all the server response. As a response, the server is sending the error message. Whatever the error we are having in that file, that error is coming. Is there any syntax errors? Everything will become here. Sometimes you may not get the data. Don't worry. So you can click on this in the preview tab. This is how we can check the Ajax calls, because they will work all behind the scenes, right? So that's the reason you have to check it. So if you have any error, so then what you will do right now, you can fix this error. Now it is going to be state stable, right? And you can comment this definitely, because you are echoing, right? This echo statement also will go into the response. So you have to comment this. So after debugging this, everything is working. Now you can check this. Now you can see I'm getting the values there automatically. So this is how you have to work with the Ajax, guys, right? So these are all the two requests. You can send anything. So, but you should know very well about the JSON. If you want, you can work with some URLs also. You can check those URLs. If possible, you can try this. I will give you one URL to you. What is the URL? COVID API. Where is this COVID API? COVID-19 API. Just I want to give you this API URL. You can try with Ajax. Okay, same in place of I used something, right? So where is this URL is working or not? I don't know, but I need to check this countries. This is countries summary. I need a summary. Yeah, this is a summary URL. I don't think whether it is working or not. Earlier it doesn't works for me. Let me try this in the browser window. If you can try, I think it won't give you the complete data, I believe. Summary is giving. Yeah, we are getting all the data. 199 countries data you can see here. Okay, this is the JSON. You are getting the JSON data. I'm sharing you this URL. I want to display all this COVID info, all the COVID info into a tabular format. Table, HTML table. I want to see all this COVID info. Here, this is the server which is written by somebody. It is not handled by me. It is not handled by me. I don't know, but they are giving me the data in the JSON format. If data is coming to you in the JSON format, how can we get the data? How can we display the data into a HTML table format? Okay, now you can try this for the day. I'm just sending you this in the chat window. You all try this, how we can get the data from server. Just now, how we are able to get this data. This logic and all not required. This is server side logic. Only thing, in place of this URL, you have to set that API, COVID API. That's all. You don't want to do anything. You can remove this URL, set the COVID-19 API, and it will get the data. The response, you can print it here. If you can log the response, you will see the data, and you have to try to print it, guys, that we can see tomorrow. Okay, right. So meanwhile, any doubts, let me know. So tomorrow also, let us continue Ajax with one more example, this COVID-19 data and some other, but this is a different story, and that is a different story, guys, right? So let us see. So with some other example, actually, in tomorrow session, right? So please carry on if you have any doubts, please. What mail, man? RT, sir, you only reply to mail? Which mail? I don't understand. Did you send any mail to me? 1 minute, guys. Let me know, guys, if you have any doubts, right? Have you any doubts? Are you clear? I may see WhatsApp messages, but I don't know. So you sent a WhatsApp message. On what you sent a WhatsApp message? Actually, very sorry. From last 2 days, I'm very busy. Yesterday also, it was night 12, almost. We have an issue in the project, actually. Uh, So what is a mistake, RT? I mean, if you have any problem, let me know. Mazid, I seen your mail. Okay, Mazid, you are asking about HTTPS set audit needs to be done. Mazid, if possible, try to watch a YouTube video regarding them. But present, I'm very busy actually with my office work. Actually, we have a demo of the product actually. That's a video conferencing project, right? So tomorrow is my interview. So I ask for, okay, with which company you have interview tomorrow? Lathan Technologies. All right. Meanwhile, any other questions, guys? Please carry on. Hey, Tirupal, very good question. How to generate a pie chart and a bar graph in PHP? In PHP, we cannot, but by using PHP, we can send some data, right? Okay. That how you can send it, exactly. There is an API. Google, everybody know Google, right? There you can go for Google Graphs. Okay. This is the graphs. Google Charts, everything will be come like this, developers.google.com. If you want to integrate any of the graph into your application, this is the pie chart, bar chart, or anything you want to integrate. These people will give you the code to you actually. You have to go through the code. Can you see in the left side, there are a lot of charts are there. Lot of charts are there. I used earlier GeoChat actually for displaying the COVID information. I think it is a React session, I believe, not a PHP session. We can use this. If you can click this GeoChat, you can click on the GeoChart. We can see that code. They will give you some code. Now, if you can give it a bit go down, you can see the code of it. This is the HTML code they will give you. Actually, whatever the data we are having, this is the way the data we are having. This data we have to pass it dynamically. The only thing. So this is the graph, and you have to read that API. That won't easy, but this is the HTML file. Can you see? This is a HTML file. I'm copying the code. You can keep into your editor. You can save in your desktop. That will work automatically. Can you see? I'm writing this as a geo.html. You can save anywhere. Now I'm saving in the same location only. You can execute localhost /geo.html. Now I'm just going to 8 p.m. July 8 p.m. JULY. I saved in the same location, right? This is going to be guo.html. Now you can check this. The file will display the data to you on the screen. Yeah, exactly. But if you want to work with this graph, you have to read that API. You have to read the library. You have to go there, and they are giving a lot of description, right? Everything you need to know about it. What is possible, what is not possible, everything they given, and you have to read the properties and settings and everything. You have to read it for better understanding of the preview. Okay. So because earlier we worked for an organization on the Google Graphs, that's why I'm just saying you. A lot of APIs are there, not only Google Graphs. You can go with the AM charts, and you can go with some other. I think if you can Google, you will find a lot of the most used charts are Google charts and AM charts. Okay, some of the charts are there. You just go there. Okay, developers.google.com. Right. So, and whatever the data we are able to see here, the data we have to pass dynamically. This is the data there now. This data you have to pass dynamically to the function. If you can able to pass dynamically, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, now right. Yeah. Any other questions, please? Yeah, yeah. I will upload Ajax files also. I didn't understand, Prakash Kumar, how to add table row using Forma. Insert data to from submit. No, that we can see tomorrow then. Okay, by using Ajax. Majid, you're asking. Insert data, right? Yeah, okay. We will tell you once that JSON COVID information completed. We will talk about the post request also. Right. Any other questions you have? To avoid the duplicate values, here the distinct is a predefined keyword. So I use it here, right? You can remove the distinct, you can add the distinct. See the difference. Distinct is a predefined keyword. Distinct state, which column you don't want duplicate. In front of it, just add the distinct keyword, distinct state from states table. I want to get the unique state values. Okay, now? Right. Any other questions you have? Okay, guys, then you can try to complete that assignment, and tomorrow I can see the same assignment. I will explain you how to work with it. If you're unable to do it, I will do, but I will give you one more assignment to you. That may be users API. I will show you how to call one API. You have to do one API call. So okay, now that we can see tomorrow then. Okay, right. Thank you all then. Have a great day.